How's it going, everybody? This is Darrin with GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson, and today I want to teach how to play a really cool, not too terribly tough to play tapping lick in the style of Randy Rhoads. Right now Guitar Control is giving away this really cool free chord chart. There's a link down in the description where you could download yours. Every chord you could ever need all neatly compiled into one sheet. It's in PDF format, so you can download it, print it off, put it in your gig bag, put it where you practice, just so you could have any chord you ever need at a glance. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look at this. Alright, so this is fairly simple as far as we're going to just do the same shape, the same spacing between our fingers for this entire thing. It's just we're going to move it from where it's at. So we're going to start off, you can put your first finger on the 9th fret of the high E string, and then you're going to use your pinky or your third finger, just kind of depending on the individual, at the 12th fret. And then we're going to use our, well, how I do it is the tap note is on the 17th fret. So when I tap, I like to keep a hold of the pick. I don't like to put it down or put it in my mouth and tap with my first finger. I'm always holding the pick just with my thumb and my first finger like this anyway, so I can just hold on to it and then tap with my middle finger, so that way I can transition between the two. So it's kind of the pattern for it. We start off, we tap that 17, pull to that 12, tap, pull, and then pull 9 to the 12 to 9, and then back to 12. So the first thing you probably want to do is just practice that and get that sequence down. All right, so then after you have that sequence down, and don't worry about if you can't play it quickly or whatever, just work on it. Even slow, it still sounds pretty cool. So we've got that space. We're going a step and a half between our first and fourth finger, third finger, and then between there we're going a 2.5 steps to where we tap. So what we're going to do is we'll do, that's, you know, one beat. So we've got a whole measure of that. Then what we're going to do is we're just going to move everything up a half step and down a string. So now we're going to be on the 10th fret of the B string with your first finger, and then the 13th fret of the B string with your third or fourth finger, and now we're going to be on the 18th fret where we tap, and it's the same sequence. So far we'll have the. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move it up a half step and down a set of strings. So now we're on the G string. So we're at the 11th, 14th, and 19th frets. Then we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to move it up. So now we're at 12 and 15 and 20, but we're going to move it down, so now we're on the D string. Now with this, at the end of that, he slides out of it. So this is like the first half of it, and so this is like from the solo for Flying High again. It's not exactly what he's doing, but it's just like the same general idea. So but it just sounds really good. So we slide out of that, and then quickly we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to move it down. So now you're going to start off with your first finger on the 4th fret of the high E string, and then it's still, again, we're going up a step and a half, so that's going to put us at the 7th fret with our pinky, and then we got to go up 2.5 or 2 steps. So we come up here to the 12th fret, and we're going to do the same thing. But this, to get it started, after we do that slide, we do open, hammered 4 to 7, pull back off, and then this thing starts. So again, it's the same general idea. It's like still the same thing like we were doing before, but we're just doing it down here now. So now we're going to go 4th fret, 7th fret, 12th fret, all on the high E string. Same sequence, or same tapping sequence, I guess. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a whole measure of it. Then we're going to move it up a half step and down a string. So now we're at the 5th, 8th, and 13th fret on the B string. Do the same thing again. We're going to shift it up a half step, down a string. So now it puts us at the 6th, 9th, and 14th frets, all on the G string. Now we're going to do the same thing again. Shift it up a half step, down a string. So now we're at 7, 10, and 15 on the D string. And then to the 8th fret on the A string and slide out of it. And that's where we're going to go back into like that riff in the song. So the whole thing. Okay, so it's not like really super fast in the first place, but I would just work on it, you know, even if you're, you know, just to work your speed up on it. Now another thing too, when you're doing this, since you're only playing on the high A string, these other strings, you know, if you're just playing like, you got all that other noise happening, so you have to keep that muted. So what I do is I actually, since I'm tapping here, I'm just basically taking this part of my arm and then my, like the bottom side of my forearm here, and I'm just leaving it on these lower strings. So that way they're not just free to just really ring out, because that'll make it won't sound good. So you play this with a clean tone, still sounds really good, but if you practice it with the distortion, the overdrive on there, you'll notice those foreign sounds much better, and you'll be able to actually do it. Or it'll be easier for you to mute it because you can hear it. All right, there you have it. A not too terribly difficult riff, really fun to play. Tapping lick in the style of Randy Rhoads. So if you like this lesson, be sure to give me a thumbs up and leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this or other guitar-related topics. If you've not already done so, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that we upload throughout the week. Well, that is all I have for you today. Thanks for watching and have a great day.